Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today we are drawing Roxy. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. It didn't really surprise me that almost everybody voted for Roxy, but I was happy to draw her. And Goddess Artemis suggested that I included animals since her powers include animals, so I thought of including her dog R2. For the sketch, I wanted her pose to either interact with or at least face R2 so that they are making eye contact. When I was sketching, I actually messed up a few times because I drew her a little bit too close to the edge of the paper since I've been drawing magic wings for the other girls, and Roxy was the first WINX, so they have really big wings compared to that. So since I wasn't really used to drawing bigger wings, I didn't really space it out the first few times, but the third time I was able to get it, so third time's the charm. Drawing Roxy in her WINX really makes me look forward to drawing the other WINX in theirs, but I'll probably do Enchantix first just because it comes after Magic WINX, and then I'll do WINX afterwards. As for R2, I didn't really know how to draw animals in my style. I've drawn animals before, like in my Element of Giving drawing, but I feel like I lean more towards realism when it comes to that, and my style is definitely more cartoony. But for this one, I tried to stylize it a little bit more to be more cartoony so that it would match instead of being more realistic. For the coloring, a lot of the colors that I used for Roxy actually came in the Ohuhu pastel pack, which the review will be coming out next week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified of when that video comes out. I started off by adding the flat colors, and typically I work in one of two ways. The first way is when I color one section and then shade it before moving on to the next section. So for example, in previous speed paints, I would color the skin and then shade it before moving on to the hair. And then the second way, which I'm doing here, is that I did the flat colors everywhere first and then I would do the shading afterwards. I don't think there's really a reason of why I do one or the other. I think it just is based on what I feel like that day. One part of the coloring that was pretty fun was making her little hair gradation. Even though it's only on a small section of her hair, it kind of reminded me of a sunset. As for the wings, I'm not really sure if I got the colors right because the reference photo that I used was at the end of her transformation and in front of a green background, and I think the wings are semi-transparent, so maybe that reflected in the wing color. So that's what I based my colors off of, but it might not be correct, so if it's wrong, please don't come after me. After I added all the flat colors, I then started to add these shadows, and for the parts of her outfit that were colored in this highlighter yellow, in order to tone down that color, I used a pastel green to create the shadow, and that gave the illusion of the color that I wanted. And then after I finished coloring Roxy, I just colored R2, which is pretty straightforward because he only has a few colors. For the line art, I did colored line art to be consistent with the other WINX girls. For outlining Roxy's hair, I used my pink Sakura Micron Pigma pen, which I haven't used in forever because it was in storage and I kind of forgot about it, but now that I found it again, I kind of want to use it more. I also used a new set of dual-tipped pens that I'll be reviewing soon, but in the meantime it will be linked in the description down below under the materials. When I was lining, I actually took my time because sometimes, or a lot of the time, I tend to rush for no reason, so this time I slowed down, which is something I recommend doing. And then of course, one of the last things that I did was add these sparkles on her outfit and her wings using a white gel pen. I recently posted a really easy mini tutorial on how I create these sparkles, so I'll leave that linked in the description and in the card. Overall, I really like how they both turned out. For a while, I actually didn't know if I liked how her face looked, but after outlining and coloring it and finalizing it, I do like the end result. Don't forget to vote for the next character in the comments down below, by either replying to my comment or leaving your own. And so with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!